ChatGPT said it couldn't be done. Well, I figured it out. Of course, after reading an article and watching a YouTube video and spending a little longer than I want to admit trying to get it to work exactly how I wanted it to. After some testing, I finally found a solution to replace the Google Home notification with my own custom Home Assistant notification. It even plays a GIF, just like Google Home. What I had originally tried to do was take a snapshot of the doorbell, but kept getting a black screen with a white blur. This exact photo actually appears everyone gets this photo. So I went searching and I found this forum. After reading through it, I saw the Boring Tech Dad's comment all the way at the bottom. And all he said was, "Hi, I found a solution. I recorded a video tutorial." So I was like, okay, I'll watch it. You know, maybe it's not exactly what I want, but maybe it can kind of lead me there. Because I saw, you know, LLM in the thumbnail. So I went, clicked it, watched it. It's a 7-minute video, it's not too long. He tries to do it a completely different way than what I'm trying to do, but the first, you know, minute or 2 minutes kind of led me down to what I was searching for. I feel like my solution is much simpler, but it doesn't do all the cool stuff that his does. I just wanted mine to look like the one in Google Home, so that's exactly what I did. And this is basically all you have to do. You just go into your configuration.yaml and you add these lines. Basically what it's doing is it's sending a shell command to Home Assistant, to the Docker container, saying grab the latest Nest event and translate it with ffmpeg into a GIF. That GIF is then added to this directory where you can access it through a notification. And actually, if you go into, I was already there. If you actually go into this directory, you'll see that I have it working. And so this is the latest GIF. And so basically every time you do your notification, you're gonna wanna run this script, not through the configuration.yaml. The name that I have it, make latest Nest GIF, you wanna run that script. And of course, I'll show you here in a bit how to do that. But first, make sure you have Home Assistant installed, of course, that's a no-brainer. A configured and functioning Google Nest Doorbell integration. And 3, file system access to Home Assistant, whether that's SSH, Samba, or file editor add-on like you see here. And if you don't have file editor installed, all you want to do is go to settings, add-ons, and then add-on store, and then just search for file editor and it should install, no issues. You can tell it, you know, you want it in the taskbar, and that way you can access it whenever you want. Here's how to do it step by step. Click on file editor and then click on the folder here at the top, and then you want to navigate to the Nest directory, event media, and this folder is what you want. So just click the 3 dots, click rename, and then copy this string. This folder is what houses all the MP4s that get recorded from the doorbell. And then after you've copied that string, come back to the configuration.yaml and then paste these lines. I have these on my blog. I'll put the link down below. You'll just scroll down and then you'll see them. But yeah, just paste these in here. Make sure to replace ID with your ID. And that's pretty much it. So if you want to actually test it before you deploy it, you can go down to the developer tools and search for this. You'll have to restart Home Assistant to see the script, but after that it should just populate, and then just search for it. So make make latest nest GIF. So click on it, and then you can just click perform action. And I ran mine earlier, so it doesn't really look like it changed, but it did change. You can scroll and try to see it, try to see where it says the name, but that's too much. Obviously, if it's your first time running the shell command, you won't have anything in that folder. So for you, you'll just navigate to www.temp, and then you'll see, nest events, and then you'll see it. Yeah, that other file, the other file is from a failed experiment, but I got this one working. So after you have the file there and have confirmed that it's working, then you can go ahead and start creating your scripts. So here I just named mine doorbell notification, and basically all you have to do is click add action and then type in make, and it should pop up, and that's it. Once you add that shell command, it'll run every time you call this script. Now you could do it a different way or however you want to do it, but just make sure you run that shell command or else this won't work. And then for my notification, I basically just have, a generic message, a generic title, and then down here in the data, I added the image. And you'll notice that it's local nest events and not config www. And that's because I guess, it renames it somewhere. I don't know exactly where, but it renames it. And so if you put the config/www, it won't work. You have to put local instead for the notification to actually see the file. And then once that's all working, then it should just work, and you can come up here and run script, and then you'll get a notification. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how you get a doorbell notification with a GIF on Home Assistant. Now there are some gotchas with this, right? So I noticed I had familiar faces on in the Google Home app, and I noticed that when I was testing it with myself, I would walk in front of the doorbell and I wasn't getting a notification with like a GIF of myself. And so I noticed that, I have myself in the familiar faces. So I went and I saw that and I just disabled it, and after that it started working. So make sure to have that disabled. And then also like the timing can be tricky. I don't know if it's just my phone or if this is just like an Android thing, but sometimes I'll get, when my phone's like asleep or like, just sitting somewhere, I'll get like notifications stacked on each other. And so I noticed that, I would see someone at the doorbell and I wouldn't check my phone until maybe like 10 minutes later, and I open my phone and then I get the Home Assistant notification, and it for some reason doesn't attach the GIF to it. So that's something that I'm still looking into, trying to see if I can fix. If I find a fix for that, if anyone else experiences that, I'll drop the solution down low. And then this isn't a gotcha, this is kind of just if you guys want to tweak it some more. I'm not really familiar with FFmpeg, so I kind of just asked, ChatGPT how to do it, and then, played with the command a little bit. But the settings, I guess, the part after the TAC VF, that's kind of just what ChatGPT said was good. But if there's like a way to get it to look better, or I don't know, just, with a higher resolution or something. I didn't really go digging for that. Once I got it working, I was kind of just cool with it. I don't think it really looks bad, so you be the judge, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty simple for a task that I've pretty much had ever since I've installed Home Assistant, and I don't know what it was, but something just clicked where I was like, I'm gonna get this working. And I went searching, and this is what I found. And I wanted to post a video because I didn't really see, you know, anyone other than Mr. Tech Dad, or I forgot his name already, but I didn't see anyone else but him post a solution. Everyone else was kind of like, yeah, I can't get it working either. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, I want a solution. So he's the only one I found. So I'm just trying to make a video just so if more people, you know, need help, maybe they'll see my video. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching my first YouTube video. Thanks.